How's it going, guys? Cutter, aka Greninja, back again, your coach of your Golden State Miniors, and we are here for week 2 of the PGL. This is our week 2 team builder, because I love me some team builders. I love just explaining what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. We are facing Coach Iyokuu, and I'm sorry, man, I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it. Do correct me, man. Definitely correct me, but I never can pronounce it. Coach Iyokuu is spelled Iyokuu. Awesome YouTuber, and he also is a Twitch streamer. But definitely go check him out. He is the Blackthorn Frogadiers. Yes, it's my baby, Frogadiers. Alright, but this is the team he could be bringing here. He could have Protein Greninja. My baby Greninja! I was so sad. I got robbed of Ash Greninja the turn before, and then this man drafted Protein Greninja the turn after me. So I was like, wow, it's like I'm linked to Greninja or something. My name's Greninja. But no, seriously, this thing is very scary. Obviously, with the protein ability, it gets stab on any move it uses. So very scary. It gets coverage of things like it can U-turn out. It gets Hydro Pump, Water Shuriken in priority. So definitely have to watch out for that, Water Shuriken priority. But it does have a base speed of 122, so it is a very fast Pokemon with a 103 special attack. And so it can definitely pack a punch. It gets things like Grass Knot to hit those water types, anything like that wall it. It gets Ice Beam, it gets Dark Pulse, it gets Sludge Bomb, I believe. It gets so much coverage out of the wazoo. So this thing is definitely scary, especially with the fact that you run Protein on this thing and it just gets stab on any move. Powers that up, you run Life Orb, boom, you're dead. You're dead. This thing is very powerful, so that's definitely something I have to watch out for. Next up, we got Ferrothorn, who is a bulkier mon, obviously with that 131 base defense and 116 base special defense. And it also has a 94 base attack, so it's not too shabby. You can definitely run a more offensive set. You can run AV on this thing with 4 moves like Power Whip, Iron Head. There's some other moves I can't remember. It gets like EQ, Knockoff. Definitely can knock off on any switch in. But obviously it's 4 times weak to fire. But this thing, if you run a bulkier set, if you run it bulky enough, it can live most fire hits. That's what's scary about this thing. It's not Kartana. It doesn't have paper-thin defenses. It can still live a fire hit. But it's also a hazard setter. It gets spikes, rocks. It could leech seed you to be so trolly. But those are the kind of things that Ferrothorn can bring. Definitely have to watch out for that. More bulkier mind. Next up, we got Weavile. Now, Weavile has a 125 base speed, the fastest Pokemon on his team. Its speed ties with Darkrai. So definitely have to watch out for that. It gets priority in Ice Shard. It has a 120 base attack. It gets knockoff. It's a dark ice type user. Ice Skull Crash. Ice Shard, like I said, not much else that he really would want to bring other than, because it's kind of a frail Pokemon. It's got like 65 defenses across the board, so definitely have to watch out for that. It's a frail Pokemon, but it is super fast. It gets priority. It gets knockoff to get rid of items, so definitely have to watch out for that. Next up, we got Decidueye. Now, Decidueye, I love this Pokemon. I've always loved this thing. I've always wanted to draft it in League, but haven't really ever had the chance with that Grass Ghost typing, so obviously it is a Rapid Spinner switch in, that normal switch in like Boom Burst and such. It gets a 107 base attack and 100 base special defense. It's got a 70 base speed, so it's around the Heatran kind of level of, actually, interesting enough, I believe Volcanion is a base, let's hold on here. Let's see, I believe Volcanion is a base 70. Yeah, so it would speed tie with Volcanion as well. But this thing can roost you, so it does have recovery options. It has Spirit Shackle, which can trap you like Arena Trap. I believe it gets Swords Dance, if I'm not mistaken. It gets Leaf Blade. Spirit Shackle is a ghost typing. And also, what are his Z captains? I don't know what his Z captains are. He didn't mark them on his stinking team. And, I don't know. I'll have to remember what his Z captains are. Probably Greninja and Buzzwole, I believe, possibly. Not entirely sure. That pizza guy was here, so I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to cut to make it look good. But we were talking about Decidueye. I kind of expect this thing because it does wall Kartana very well. Obviously, with that ghost typing, it can, it's immune to Sacred Sword, and obviously it can wall Leaf Blade. I believe Smart Strike would be neutral. So definitely have to watch out for this thing, but obviously you can't take a knockoff. But next up, we got Dugtrio. Speaking of a trapper, we got the Arena Trap, so he loves his Decidueye, Spirit Shackle, and Dugtrio Arena Trap. But Dugtrio is a very frail Pokemon, but it does have a base 120 speed and a base 100 attack. And again, it brings Arena Trap, so if it brings this thing in, you're kind of deado, unless you have some sort of coverage for it. But obviously it gets things like EQ, it does get priority and Sucker Punch, Stealth Rocker, which you're not really going to use a Stealth Rocker. You run a Focus Sash set for the most part. That's fully what I expect. Obviously, you know, I've used Diglett in the PLL, and I love that baby. But that's really what I expect from that thing. You got Slowking. Slowking is super, super, super fat. It's ridiculous. It gets that Regenerator ability, so it gets its health back up. And interesting enough, he has Tornadus as well, but I'll talk about that in a second. So he does have that Regenerator core, which is super nice. I believe it gets Regenerator, right? I think it does. I might be dumb. Oh well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? But it has like it's crazy defenses. You run a Skull set, Toxic, Substitute, that kind of thing. You get Psychic. It also gets, interesting enough, Ian from the D&D. He's used Future Sight very, very well. You run, it does have a recovery option in, not Slack Off, but something to do with Short. I don't remember the name of it, but it does have a recovery option in that. So it's a very bulky Pokemon. Obviously, it's a water type, so it has a lot of it doesn't have very many things that are super effective against other than Grass and Electric. It also has a Psychic ability, so it is weak to Ghost and Dark as well. But I definitely expect this thing because it's very woolly. He has Tornadus Incarnate. Oh, never mind. It's not the regular Tornadus that has Regenerative Beetle. It's just regular Tornadus Incarnate. So it gets that Prankster ability, which can be very scary. A Prankster Tailwind. Definitely have to watch out for that. But it has a 111 base speed and a 125 base special attack. So we're over here facing the Weather Gen 5 Pokemon back to back, which is super, super unfortunate. But yeah, Prankster Tailwind can be very, very scary against my team. Obviously, with the Tailwind, it gets double speed. You could have Prankster, T-Wave, I believe. What's this typing? Is this just the flying one? Yeah, it's just the flying one. So there's definitely a little bit of option. I believe it gets Prankster Nasty Plot as well, so definitely have to watch out for that. So that could be very scary. But next up, he's got Buzzwole, who is 4 times weak to flying very nicely. But it's got a 107 base HP, 139 base attack and defense. And it's very weak special defensively. So it's honestly very similar to Kartana in the fact that it has a great attack, great defense, but atrocious special defense. And it only has a base 79 speed, so it is rather slow. But this is his fighting type, fighting bug type. So I believe it gets SD. I'm not sure in terms of coverage. I believe it gets all the elemental punches if I'm not mistaken. So definitely have to watch out for that in terms of coverage. So that's something I definitely will have to keep in mind. But otherwise, I don't really know what else it could bring. We got Celebi here. Next up with the 100 base across the board. It gets things like Leech Seed. You can run a more defensive set. You can run a more offensive set. It gets U-turn for momentum. I don't think it gets Roost if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's Grass Psychic typing, so it is 4 times weak to Bug. So he has some Mons that are 4 times weak to things. Fire, Bug, Flying. That kind of thing that I have to kind of prepare for. And next up, we got Gastrodon, who's 4 times weak to Grass, with a 111 base HP and 83 attack. And the rest are 92 special attack, that is. So it has great HP, so it can be a wally Pokemon. This is more run of a defensive Pokemon for the most part. It is 4 times weak to Grass. It can wall a lot of Pokemon if you don't have the coverage to face this thing. So it's definitely something I have to watch out for. And last up, his Mega is Mega T-Tar with that Sandstream ability. With 164 attack, 150 defense, and 120 base special defense, and a 71 base speed, so it will outspeed a Volcanion. But obviously this thing could be a Dragon Dancer, it could be a Stealth Rock user, it could be a knockoff, I believe. You can run a more very, very offensive set, Jolly. So Jolly Dragon Dancer could be really bad. It does get the Elemental Punch, so it does have Ice Punch to hit ground typings. Obviously it's 4 times weak to fighting, so like I said, it's just the 4 times weak squad here. But the mons he has that are 4 times weak are very scary mons in general. Something that I'll have to definitely watch out for, because a lot of them are bulkier mons, which is scary. And obviously with the sand, he'll be able to get that 1.5 special defense boost, which is going to be scary as well. But let's go ahead and dive into my team. I've talked about enough about his team. Let's go ahead and dive into our team. So first up, we got Darkrai, Tenebris, once again, and we got Timid Nature Fight, Tinium Z, Focus Blast, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, and Psychic. Now last time, week 1, I wish I ran Nasty Plot, because I at least could have OHKO'd Miltank. I would have put more damage on that Heatran to where HP Ground would have killed and never gotten Toxic for Mega Latios. But I'm definitely, unless I'm running a more defensive set, I'll probably just run Nasty Plot over Calm Mind whenever I run this thing. But yeah, Focus Blast is for things like Weavile, T-Tar. We're bringing Titanium Z for T-Tar, because Focus Blast, I don't want to risk the miss, and if we can get rid of that Mega T-Tar, because Mega T-Tar is very scary if it can set up on me. So definitely have to watch out for that. Also, Fightinium Z, but let's be honest, Fightinium Z is also very helpful for Ferrothorn. That way I don't have to waste a move slot to bring HP Fire. Psychic is for Buzzwole, as well as, it's just nice to hit anything else, but it's very important for Buzzwole, because Buzzwole can be very scary as well. And then Dark Pulse, obviously for stab coverage. But it's Timid Nature, and I needed to bring the max speed Timid Nature to outspeed a lot of his Pokemon, because he has a very fast Pokemon. We speed tie with Weavile, so definitely have to watch out for that. So it can be very potentially scary because of how fast his Pokemon. We need to be able to outspeed Greninja as long as it's not Scarf. We need to be able to outspeed Tornadus, Celebi, Dragon Dance. Well, we wouldn't be able to outspeed Dragon Dance T-Tar, I don't believe. I don't think so. But let's go ahead and next up we got Dunder Mifflin. Oh, I didn't show it. There you go. We're bringing Scarf, Dunder Mifflin, Adamant Nature, obviously, because if I'm going to be Scarf, I don't really need to outspeed a lot of things, as long as he doesn't run Scarf on some of those other mons. But we got Sacred Sword, Aerial Ace, Knockoff, and Leaf Blade. Aerial Ace is for the Buzzwole. Sacred Sword is for Ferrothorn, T-Tar. We got Leaf Blade for Dugtrio, Slowking, Knockoff for Decidueye, because Decidueye could be very potentially scared. That is the Pokemon that walls us if we don't carry Knockoff. Knockoff, just get rid of any items. Leaf Blade is nice for Gastrodon. Knockoff is nice for Celebi. Knockoff and Aerial Ace is nice for Celebi, especially if we can get a Beast Boost. Tornadus is really the only Pokemon that kind of walls us. We can knock off it as much as we want, but at that point, it kind of resists all the rest of my moves. So definitely have to watch out for that there. But running max attack, max speed, Adamant Nature, Adamant so we can hit things hard. We're not running that Timid set this time around. But let's go ahead and get it to the next one. And by the way, shout outs to Fezman. I appreciate you, man, for jitting on my Pokemon. I really do, man. You're an awesome guy. But next up, we have Gliscor. We're bringing back Nightwing with Stealth Rock, Roost, Fire Fang, and EQ. Now, this is beautiful, all right? This is beautiful. More than likely, if he's Jolly Nature, we can live, so if he brings Mega T-Tar, which I'm fully expecting, we have Sandville, okay? This is honestly the answer to Mega T-Tar. We have a more bulkier set. We have the Yachi Berry. So we're gonna be able to outspeed an adamant T-Tar, okay? Not a Jolly, but an adamant. No, we're outspeeding a Jolly T-Tar. Or is it adamant? Gosh darn it. We're outspeeding adamant T-Tar, I believe. Gosh, I can't remember the sets. But Roost for recovery, Stealth Rock's obviously to set up rocks. We have the Yachi Berry. We're running Sandville, Yachi Berry, Sandville, because we can take advantage of that Sandstorm if he is going to bring Mega T-Tar, and I'm fully expecting it. We have Impulse Nature, which is plus defense, minus special attack. We have Fire Fang to hit the Ferrothorn, EQ to hit the rest of his team. Fire Fang is also helpful for Decidueye. But 2 EQs kills a non-invested T-Tar, which I expect the thing to be a fully offensive T-Tar. I believe, no matter what, I can live an Ice Punch, but I'm trying to remember. No matter what, we can live an Ice Punch. Originally, it was going to be, I could live a Jolly Ice Punch, but not an Adamant, but now that I can bring the Yachi Berry Sandville, I can live an Ice Punch no matter what, so that'll be super nice. But let's go ahead and get into our fourth mon. We got Alomomola Evilive, which is Palindrome of Evil. We got Scald, HP, Grass, Wish, and Toxic. Toxic is nice to just get off of mons. I was going to bring Knockoff, but HP Grass was going to be more important for Slowking, because I don't want Slowking to just sit in front of us. It's also nice for Gastrodon as well. But Scald, obviously, we're going to have no special attack investment. It is all special defense. No, it's all defense and HP. Full max HP. We might have some in special defense, but I believe it's all defense invested. Because he has so many physical attackers there that I have to watch out for. Things like Ferrothorn. Or is it HP Fire? I think it's HP Fire. Sorry, HP Fire for Fur. I don't remember. I really don't remember. But Wish, obviously, it has one of the best wishes in the game because of its amazing HP stat. We do have Bold Nature. It does get the Regenerator ability. We switch out and we get 30% of that health back, which is going to be super nice. So that is why I wanted to bring a bulkier mon facing a lot of his more speedier option sweepers. So I definitely need a bulkier mon. I thought about Aromatisse, but Alomomola just walled so many of his sweepers that I just had to bring this thing. So fifth up, we have Volcanion Stargate SG-1 with the Timid Nature, Water Absorb, Life Orb, Steam Eruption, Flamethrower. This is HP Grass, so Alomomola is HP Fire. HP Grass and Flame Charge. If we can get a Flame Charge on the switch in, we become even faster. We will be able to outspeed things like T-Tar. After our +1, we outspeed, I think we outspeed Weavile, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we outspeed everything. But Steam Eruption is just an overpowered Scald. Flamethrower, gonna be able to hit things like Decidueye, Ferrothorn. Steam Eruption is gonna be able to hit T-Tar, it's gonna be super nice. We got HP Grass for Gastrodon and Slowking, so Slowking cannot sit in my face. I was gonna bring Substitute, because Substitute would have been nice on switch-ins, but Flame Charge is, I feel like, more important, because I could just sweep. If I can Flame Charge, this thing with Life Orb can just obliterate things. Obviously, Water Absorb, we can switch on a water attack and get health back. And this thing is also meant to just sweep under webs. Because obviously, our 6th and last Mon, we are bringing Shalab once again, our Weber, Sticky Weber, Focus Sash, Swarm, Modest, Volt Switch, T-Bolt, Bug Buzz. Volt Switch is for momentum. Bug Buzz is just to hit anything hard after we brought down to our Focus Sash. I didn't think we need to bring HP Ice for the most part because the only ground switching he has is Dugtrio. He doesn't have a Volt Absorber. Gastrodon and Dugtrio are switch-ins to a electric type move, and if we can just get a Bug Buzz off that thing, they don't resist Bug Buzz, which is super nice. So they will get hit hard by those Bug Buzzes. But Sticky Webs are gonna be super important. The only things he's got is like Decidueye with the Fog, Tornadus I believe gets the Fog. I don't think Celebi does, and I think that's it. So I think Decidueye and Tornadus are the only things that get the Fog to get rid of webs. So if we can set up webs, we're going to be able to outspeed most of his team. Greninja isn't going to be able to, is not immune to webs. Tornadus is, but that's not going to be that big of a problem. Weavile is not immune. Mega T-Tar won't be, especially if it tries to set up on me. But otherwise, yeah. So Shalab is going to be very important if we can set up webs. I'm thinking this might be my start. I'm not entirely sure. It'll be depending on what his team composition is. Because what do I expect here? I expect Greninja. He doesn't have a fire typer, which is super nice. Greninja, Slowking, Tornadus, Mega T-Tar, Decidueye, and maybe Dugtrio. It's Dugtrio. It's between Dugtrio or Buzzwole. I don't think he's going to bring Gastrodon, honestly, because of the fact that we have Kartana. But we'll see, we'll see. That is my team, guys. Be excited for Week 2. Week 2 is going up, obviously, tomorrow, the Week 2 match. So definitely be excited for that, and I will catch y'all later.